Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Camping and Ham Radios with Whiskey 4, Papa Oscar Tango. The thing we see in front of us that we're looking at is a solar angle guide. This only costs, I think, about 10 bucks. Got it off Amazon. Affiliate link will be in the accompanying blog post on the campingandhamradio.com blog. But anyway, this is something you can clip to your solar panels, and during the day as the sun moves through the sky, you can continually keep them pointed, the face of the panel pointed directly at the sun for maximum solar absorption and maximum solar power. Now, this panel I used in the previous videos, it doesn't have legs on the back, so if you wanted to prop it up, you'd have to find something else to use for a prop, or use the grommets and cord it up. So one of the experiments I wanted to do was maybe try to measure the difference between, you know, like not taking any special care and set up the panel versus using the meter and keeping the meter optimized and always pointed. So that's one experiment we can do. The other thing has to do with a different type of solar device. This solar device, not a solar generator, no, it's a solar kettle. We have the Patriots Solar Kettle XL, so this is the larger one. And what this is a container that has a glass tube that utilizes, I believe, some vacuum between layers and also some special coating. You set it up, it's got reflectors that we'll see in a minute. You put water inside of it and you leave it out in the sun, and it absorbs solar heat. So right now, as I look up in the sky, it's almost perfectly cloudless, but like I said, the outside temperature here is 64 degrees. So it's not a hot day, but it looks like we're going to have plenty of sun. Now, this wouldn't be good for making coffee in the morning because it takes probably, you know, hours to get hot, and you're going to want your coffee right away. But what if you put it out at 10 o'clock in the morning? Is it going to be ready to make something that requires hot water at lunchtime, two and a half hours later? So that's our experiment that we're going to do today, along with some experiments with the solar angle meter on our powers. So let's go ahead and get the solar kettle set up. Okay, that was 2 pints of clean water. Let's take a look and see if the top lid, which contains a thermometer probe, is going to fit down inside and touch the water. Okay, so there it is. We got our stand deployed. It's propped up at an angle. We got those reflectors opened up to catch the sun and reflect it on the tube. If we look in the very tippy top of the lid, we can see there's our temperature gauge. It's down around 60. Up at the top is a red zone, which you want to get it up there, which indicates it's boiling, and obviously you don't want to over temp it, but pressure will build up over time as the temperature increases. But the thing we don't have is we don't necessarily have it pointed at the sun, right? What is our sun angle? I don't know how good this is going to show up on the camera. Okay, so now this stand does not have adjustable notches. So your adjustment could be putting stuff under this at the back. I don't believe you can make it any lower. So what we'll do is we'll go with this as our lineup. We'll check back on it in a little while. Well, right now, just placing the 60-watt panel out in the sun, but not taking any care to aim it, on a Buddy Pole Power Mini charge controller, which is almost the same as the Power Mini 2 I used with the 100-watt panel. We're seeing right now, before 11 a.m. in the morning, I'm seeing 1.55 amps coming in off of the panel. And the panel's been out for a couple minutes, so it's coming up to temperature. It might fall off a little bit. But now, let's use our solar angle aiming device. So what we'll do is we'll clip this on to our solar panel, and then I'll mess around and use some stuff to prop it up until we get it aimed a little bit better, and then we'll see what our power coming in will be. Okay, so we've changed the location of the panel on the top of the hot tub, and if we look at the solar meter, or the angle meter, you could see there's a dot in the center. That's the dot that's on the outside of the plastic. The dot that appears inside on the target is just outside the center ring. I don't know how well that's coming through. Yeah, it looks like you could see it there. So that's a lot better aiming. Let me go over to the solar charge controller and see what it's reading. So it's right at about 2 amps right now. I saw it 1.9, and then I saw 2 point, and I couldn't tell what the other digit was. So there's an example of using the solar angle meter. So one of the things you might want to consider when purchasing a solar panel is a solar panel that has built-in stands, right? Because I've got something propping this one up that with just a little bit more wind and a little bit more time, I'm certain it's going to fall down eventually. There are grommets on it I could use to tie it up. This is a monocrystalline construction panel as well. But solar panels with built-in legs to prop them up, and especially if it's legs that have more than one adjustment that are adjustable, is going to help you keep it aimed at the sun during the day. These just have no legs, and you find something of the right shape and dimension to prop them up. Some of my other panels have like Velcro attached things, but the leg is of one length, so you get one angle out of it. For a more permanent solution, people will invest in solar racks. If you're like in an RV and you spend a lot of time in campsites, you may want to go to the trouble of actually having something that functions as an adjustable rack. Thanks for watching. If you could, subscribing really helps the channel metrics. That'll help get my videos shown to more people. Leaving likes is always good, and also putting in comments. Now, I did, under the community tab on YouTube, put in a poll that asks viewers what types of videos would they like to see the most. So if you drop me some feedback in that, that'll help guide me in terms of future videos to produce and publish for you, the viewer. Thanks again from Camping and Ham Radio with Whiskey 4, Papa Oscar Tango 73.